Hello, I'm Nigel Dunnett. It is a really great honour and very exciting to be invited to be the designer of the Green Square in Bergamo this year. The famous architect Le Corbusier called this square the most beautiful square in Europe. So what an amazing opportunity there is to create a very site-specific project here, my very own Green Square. This will be my first project in Italy. It's a really interesting time, of course, to be thinking about bringing nature into the town and the city, and how to do that in the context of an Italian town or city. Because the whole tradition that we know about in Italian garden and landscape design is a very formal one. Lots of straight lines, lots of clipping, lots of tidiness and neatness, a focus on green, and a big element of control over nature. It's a real challenge, therefore, to consider how we can really bring a greater sense of wildness and naturalness and ecology into this tradition in a way that works. And it's really important now because I think so many people around the world, as well as in Italy, really want to have that greater sense of naturalness around them and to experience it more in their everyday lives. And that, of course, is because contact with nature is good for us. I think we've all realized this over the last year or so. There's so much research now that shows that having greater contact with nature in our everyday lives is so beneficial to our health and our mental well-being. And of course, that's not the only benefit. Bringing as much ecological green into the places where we live is one of the main ways to combat climate change and to support wider biodiversity and the whole ecosystem. A really important part of the concept for the design of the Green Square this year is to create spaces where people can really experience this, to be totally surrounded and immersed by nature, a real immersive, natural experience in the middle of the town or the city. It's such a crucial thing to be doing now, I think, to address the big questions of climate change and the biodiversity crisis, as well as human health. We do need to bring soils and nature and vegetation into our cities to create a sustainable future. And it's no longer enough just to do this in a small way. We have to bring soils and nature and vegetation into our cities in a big way, in a way that's transformational, in a way that changes the way places look, the way they feel, the way people use them, who uses them, and the way they're maintained. And what a great chance it is to bring this message across, that we have to work in a transformational way to transform a town square with nature, like the plan is for Bergamo this year. We have to do this in a way, though, that works not just for nature, not just for sustainability, not just for biodiversity, but to be really successful, of course, and to do it in such a transformational way, we have to make it right for people. That's why I put so much focus not just on ecology but also on aesthetics, on beauty and biodiversity. That's why I work with flowers and colour, because I think I like to make places and gardens and landscapes and plantings that are so beautiful that people have strong, positive emotions about it. It makes people happy, it makes people joyful. What an incredible, powerful thing that we can do, that we can make people full of joy through what we can do with plants and gardens. That's the really exciting thing to me about the Green Square this year, to make something that I hope will have a powerful and positive emotional effect on people who are there and who are in the square. So what three words would I use to sum up the idea about the Green Square this year? Well, I would say joyful, immersive, and I hope inspiring to people to do similar things wherever they are and wherever they can.